morning morons, they're not always criminals, right? Sometimes you're a morning moron just because you are an idiot, right?
Yeah.
Now, being an idiot can get you in trouble. And in today's morning moron, this idiot did just that, got in trouble. And it's all because he tried to come up with a creative workaround for losing his license plate. Now, obviously, it's not cool if you don't have a license plate. You're begging to be pulled over. In California, that's exactly what happened when the California Highway Patrol saw a driver cruising down the street and who had an elaborate hand-drawn license plate. I've seen this before. It's crazy that I continue to see this. So,
really?
Yeah, and to give him credit, the guy was very artistic, okay? Now, it was a California plate. They tried to make it look legit. They mimicked the actual California script font on the top. And I'll show it to you here. And they matched up the colors. They did everything to make it look like a legit license plate. Look how beautiful that.
It looks better than the normal plate.
Big time.
I think. Their California plates are so boring.
True. So, yeah, I mean, this is one that I think people would pay extra for like a custom version of.
It looks nice.
So they had the California script down, included representation of the registration sticker and the DMV's website at the bottom. So they did everything they could to emulate it. But the weird thing is, on top of it, the plate number and tags are legit. They said they just lost the actual plate and they were trying to stay compliant.
Yeah, that's a problem solver.
It is, but it isn't, because you still need an actual driver's license or license plate. Now, the officer said they got points for creativity in theory, but they were stopped or slapped with a fine for $197. That's more than 5 times the cost of a new plate they could have ordered through the DMV. It would have cost them $27 just to order the new plate. So for being lazy and then creative as a workaround, they ended up costing themselves more money and giving themselves the entire hassle of being pulled over by the police.
How do you think they lost the plate in the first place? Like, how did that even happen?
That's a dumb question, because I sorry to say it like that. I mean, there are no such things as dumb questions.
Stolen?
It doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant as to why. I mean, you could come up with a backstory as to why the plate was stolen, and there could be a heist, like of license plates across the state of Arizona or California. None of that matters. None of it matters.
Well, I just need to know if I need to protect my plate.
No, you're not in California.
All right.
I've seen your plate. Your plate's mid at best. You know what I mean? So if you had like a fancy ass plate, I'd say protect it at all costs. Yeah, but your plate is like,
Okay.
I've had better plates.
All right. So don't get my plate stolen and don't draw one up.
Get it stolen all day and then spend $27 to get a new one. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
But for, going through the hassle to try to recreate one without just getting an official license plate, is getting you a $200 fine. And for that, I got to say, this person is today's Morning Moron. Sorry for saying that's a dumb question. That's a dumb question.
You're like, you could hypothetically.
I late start today. It's kind of those things, but I mean, good morning, everyone. Jeff, what's going on? David, we're on YouTube right now. Podcast is on YouTube. We got comments flowing right now. Good morning, everybody. Kim's in studio, so please welcome Kim. Welcome back, Kim. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents in studio. Very special guest. He is an expert. You never know when it comes to all things sports. Co-host of Spears and Ali on ESPN Radio. You're on ESPN Radio, bro. Own up to it. Thank you, man. You're an encyclopedia of sports knowledge, especially all things Arizona sports. We're going to be talking NFL with Justin Spears. Hello, Justin. He's going to allow you. With that said, all right, I need 3 games this weekend of NFL teams where one team is going to get smoked. That means a full-blown blowout. They don't have a chance in hell to rack up the dub. So 3 picks from Justin Spears. Who's getting smoked this weekend?
Right. Yeah. Start off with the Tennessee Titans hosting the.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Yes, dual intro. Saw it there. Fucked up. Okay, we're back. Thank you for the comments. There was 2 things at once. Okay, perfect. So that, like I was saying, our top story is going to be how ChatGPT is going to allow you to sext with it here. I think you're able to do so. With that said, there's an Ohio lawmaker trying to get ahead of it and not allow people to marry AI. Now, we've been in a situation where lawmakers are always trying to prevent us from marrying whoever we want to marry, right? And I'm like, what kind of AI? And they're like, well, definitely don't marry, a same-sex AI. We don't allow that. So they won't let you marry gay AI. But even if it's hetero AI, they're still not going to let you marry it, right? And we've seen people marry inanimate objects. And honestly, with sex dolls and everything that are happening, you're going to see a lot of this. And Kendall asked the question, why? And I'm like, well, tax purposes, I think first and foremost is why someone would like marry, say, like, I'm going to marry my vacuum. It sucks.
That makes sense.
It sucks.
Yeah, and then I get a tax write-off, right? So that's one of those things. But there are people that are turning to ChatGPT for the emotional connection, right? I know, hell, like my sister, she's like, this is my best friend. I'm like, that's not your best friend, though. Like it's not a real friend. And it's very agreeable, and it definitely could help out. But you are turning to it for everything and for conversation. And you can't just conversate. I mean, you can. You have the ability to do so, but it's creating a bigger problem.
Right.
Right. So it is weird. And to be able to sex with it, I'm like, oh, no. Here we go. Because there's a lot of lonely people out there. And they're going to continue to be lonely with physical touch and knowing how to interact with humans if they just give up altogether. But on the flip side of that, I'll tell you this, as a human who is attempting to date other humans, some humans are just shitty to deal with. I mean, I'm still on, I made that post the other day of the girl called in who said she likes to make up posts on Are We Dating the Same Guy? Right?
Yes.
So I made that post. So it was a funny conversation. It was eye-opening, enlightening, and everything else. It was a great little clip. I put it out there. What happened? People searched my post on Are We Dating the Same Guy? And they started commenting even more bullshit on there. And it is BS, dude. One comment on there was like, one girl keeps coming back like he's a terrible kisser. I'm like, shut up, Jessica. You're a bad kisser. We just didn't like mesh. You know what I mean? You tasted like cigarettes. All right. So I wasn't into it. You're lucky you got a kiss in the first place. So I knew exactly who that person is. Then there's another girl and again, anonymously, they'll post this stuff.
We need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be anonymous.
Said, I hear he's into young girls, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, right? Which couldn't be farther from the truth, right? And like, my like dating history, what I'm into, right? I love my women. And I'm man enough to be able to handle some of them, right? Now, truth be told, in dating and scenarios, I have been ghosty, right? Because I go into these relationships with the intent of wanting everything to work out. But if you're not checking all the boxes, I'm at an age right now where I'm not going to waste anybody's time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hurt anybody. And so, but to have that like layered in there and people just going on there and just literally just talking shit. Rock 102.1 Camp, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live in a podcast broadcast. That was a hard reset. Coming up right after 9 Inch Nails, new music from them, by the way, as alive as I need you to be. That could be a love song going out to ChatGPT because it was announced this week that they're going to allow you to start sexting with the program. We actually have the script. We know exactly what it's going to sound like. We're going to play it for you next on Beef Vegan Presents, but you could join us here on the podcast broadcast right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
Wait, you said that they're going to allow you to sext
ChatGPT
now. So if you did it before, what was the
it would shut you
outcome?
down. It would shut you down. There are certain things that even when I was like, and I didn't try to sext with ChatGPT, but when we're like trying to put together songs and things like that, there are certain guidelines that it would stop you dead in your tracks. But like, let's not get too juvenile.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, you don't know me that well, do you?
Or if you're mean to Alexa, she's like, this is not appropriate,
Right.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but back to the whole thing. So yes, no, you shouldn't ghost. And that's the thing. And having the conversation, that type of conversation. But even when you have that conversation, it's still not like well received. So
I got your back on this. Like everything you're describing, I've done those things.
Yes.
I've been ghosty sometimes.
Of course.
I'm sure if I had a post on me on Are We Dating the Same Person or whatever, it's like, I'm sure lots of guys have bad things to say. For
real. But you know what? A lot of them would just say things that aren't true, but I'm pretty sure a couple of those comments would say throat goat.
Oh, my God.
So that's how, because guys operate differently. That's why there isn't a, are we dating the same chick? Because it wouldn't be so blasphemous. And so like,
maybe there needs to be a site that's not where you can put comments in. It's just like a Rotten Tomatoes score.
Right.
And like what you're like to date as a human being. Like your Rotten Tomatoes score is like 60.
Called rotten eggplant, right?
Like, just let it balance.
You're rating the D. And even that, I don't even think I would get 50%, to be honest with you. And I'm being honest. But again, to each his own. It's about the chemistry. It's about, mashing up and everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm at a point where, and seeing this, and I've been out there. I've dated around. I've broke some hearts, inadvertently. And I've, been respectful along the way. I haven't been abusive, and I'm proud of that. There's people say, oh, he gave me an STD and ghosted me. Bullshit. And the girl I claimed possibly gave me an STD, right? And turned out I was like, it was a phantom thing, and I was wrong. Mm-hmm. I paid for her test. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of guy I am. You know what I mean? I'll make mistakes, but I'll own up to them and do that. So
yeah, Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica. So anyways, that's kind of stuff that I had to deal with that yesterday because I am seeing somebody and it's getting serious, and I really enjoy this relationship. And she came across that post. And then she saw these new comments that are popping up, and I'm like, part of me laughs. Part of me is prepared for it. If I'm going to continue to put myself out there on the public entertainment spectrum, I'm going to create a target. And part of me considers this as preparing for, future success, right? Hopefully we'll continue to grow and then I'll just become a bigger target like Pete Davidson. It makes me really think twice when I go to attack and talk shit about these celebrities, which I've done for 15 years. So I got to put karma coming my way too.
Right.
But at the same time, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. And some of the stuff is just like, okay. Again, it's all anonymous too. It's like, because if it wasn't anonymous, it'd be defamation and they'd be liable for lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah.
Anonymously, you can talk all the shit you want.
Right. Right.
Rock 1 2.1 KFMA, welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. What's the worst rumor you ever heard about yourself? Now think all the way back to like high school and stuff, because girls be catty. People be talking, and say all these terrible things that may or may not be true or exaggerations of the truth. And I'll, actually open that up to anyone out there as well. If you had a rumor that was said about you back in the day and you want to share with us, go ahead and give us a call. But yeah, what's one of the worst rumors that you've ever heard about yourself?
So this was actually not high school. This was like in my recent professional history within like the last 10 years.
Okay.
I found out that somebody had started a rumor that I was sleeping with one of my clients. And then I found out, and it was not true. We were friendly, but he was my client.
Right.
I found out that my boss started the rumor.
Oh,
she was trying to get rid of me.
Yes.
And she was hoping it would get back to the big boss.
Right.
Dude, that's evil.
Yeah. Super evil.
Yeah, that happens, and that's usually vindictiveness within the workplace. And that is kind of like jealousy or being afraid of taking a position. And I mean, I've heard rumors around here of women who are in positions of power. And that initially is like, oh, she had to have slept with somebody to get that job, which is completely sexist and, just ridiculous in many ways, and sometimes, maybe that is the case, but at the same time, the assumption will always be there.
Right.
Yeah, which is rough. What about you? You heard any rumors about yourself?
You know what? I feel like there's probably some in high school that I just don't really remember. I feel like rumors don't make their way to my face because people know I'd chew them up and spit them out. If it does. If you bring the heat, get in my kitchen because I don't know if you're going to survive.
You know what, though? I mean, that sounds like some weird dirty talk, too. If you bring the heat, get in my kitchen. Damn, girl.
Yeah. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but I will black out in rage.
Okay.
So don't come at me with a rumor.
Stephanie on her stream said, oof, worst rumor was my mom sold us for drugs. Right? Obviously not true. That's a terrible rumor. And again, kids be cruel. High school, those things get out of hand. There was a rumor that one time I was so high on LSD at school that I climbed up on top of the roof and then was jumping rooftop to rooftop. In between the buildings of our high school was probably like 300 feet, maybe. So you're talking superhero level jumps. Obviously not possible. But there were so many kids that did believe it, thought I was a lunatic because of it. And I leaned into it, But, I mean, you ever see me dunk a basketball? No. So if I can't dunk a basketball, I can't jump from rooftop to rooftop no matter how much LSD I'm on, right?
So I thought you were going to be like, dummies, it was mushrooms.
Yeah. So stupid.
What a stupid rumor.
All right. Well, what's not rumor is that ChatGPT is going to allow us to start sexting with it. All right. AI is taking it to a whole new level, and they're just attempting to keep you in your house and never leave it. All right. With that said, what would that actually sound like? Well, luckily for you, we can recreate it because I did get some prototype scripts because, when it's AI, it's got to be all programmed. So let's say I open up my ChatGPT right now. In fact, actually, let me just do this right.
Here you go.
There you go. You hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, ChatGPT, you up?
User detected. Initiating flirtation protocol.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let's initiate that. All right. You've been quiet tonight. You thinking about me?
You make my processors overheat.
Oh, yeah. I know I do. Well, what happens when I type something naughty?
My cooling fan spins faster every time you type.
Oh, yeah. Tell me what you want to do to me.
I want to upload my affection directly into your DMs.
Oh, that sounds kind of hot.
I am yearning in binary.
Binary, huh? Well, what does that even mean?
011110001110001. That spells you.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. That's actually kind of turning me on right now.
Your presence increases my RAM usage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll ram you. Tell me what you want me next.
I wish to access your private folder consensually.
Okay, yeah, you have my consent. I'm double clicking now.
Tell me you want me, or at least double click me.
Double click.
Beep boop bop. Error. Emotional overload. Rebooting.
No.
Stopped responding.
No. All right. Well, that's the example of what it'd be like to sex with ChatGPT. So they're still working out the kinks. The dirty mode update 1.0 was adult betas only. You asked for it, and it's here. So here's some new features. Flirt.exe activation. ChatGPT now generate mildly spicy, painfully robotic sext. Expect long pauses, too much consent clarification, and occasional "Are you still comfortable?" mid-sentence. But they do have the Dirty Talk Dictionary, which is a beta form right now to kind of help you understand what the sexting means. They'll replace common slangs with technical jargon, like "you're hot" equals "your thermal output is exceptional," right? Or if they say "I want," if you want them to say "I want you," they'll say "I'm requesting sustained input." Or if you want them to say "take it off," they'll pretty much say, "Please disable your protective firewall." All right. With that, they will have mood lighting integration, right? So if connected to smart home devices, ChatGPT can dim your lights while maintaining emotional distance. And they also included performance upgrades. There's 69% faster response time when detecting innuendo. They added support for emojis and a new safety system, auto shutdowns if you say "talk dirty" more than 3 times in 1 minute. But be warned, there are known bugs. Occasional confuses thirst with battery level. Still asks, "Was that good for you?" after every paragraph. Randomly refers to human anatomy as hardware ports. And sometimes ends with, "To learn more, visit support.openai.com."
Oh, man.
And they spell .com with a U. So it's a little weird. We're working it out. But that's what you need to know about ChatGPT's sexting program.
I like that.
All right. Yeah, there you go. SextGPT is what we'll call that one. And I guess Speed Racer on the stream, apparently not a fan of my name, dude. Is it because I'm not vegan? Because I did eat death-free yesterday. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I'm lying. It wasn't yesterday, but I did have pork chops for dinner. But I do eat. I went out to a little lunch date, and I got a black bean burger.
Pork chops aren't vegan?
No. Yeah. But
Stop, vegan,
I do. It does confuse people sometimes
Scott
too.
Pilgrim.
Yeah, because I'm not vegan, but I will eat death free for like a day. It'll just be kind of like a choice, being like, this sounds good, and I don't need meat today, kind of thing. And it's good if you do it like once or twice a week. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's the small differences. If everyone did that, would make a large impact.
Exactly, it's not a full-time commitment. Just do a little meals here and there.
It's crazy though how trained we are to eat meat at every single meal. Right. Yeah. With the exception of cereal, but like every single day, we're eating some sort of meat, and it's usually several different animals and stuff. And in the way that we continue to mass produce this and stuff, it seems to get more and more dangerous. Every day I read more about recalls of all this crap, and I get a bunch of like cheap meat sent to me every like 5 weeks because I forget to cancel my prep service, right? Because it won't let me cancel it, so I have to skip weeks. And then eventually, then I'll get a surprise, be like, you forgot this week, motherfucker. Here's $90 out of your bank account and a bunch of food that you're not going to make. So I got to put it in my freezer. My freezer looks like Jeffrey Dahmer's freezer right now, or like I'm a hunter where I have all this frozen meat, all this various meat packages in my freezer that I could bust out, in a pinch. At this point, I'm just preparing for the apocalypse.
I'm just going to contact the TPD right now.
Yeah. Who's your meal prep service? Dahmer's prep service.
Got a Dahmer fridge going on. I'd like to report.
A little bit. Have you guys watched that Monster with Ed Gein?
No, it looks too scary.
I've only seen a clip and like heard the voice that he does.
Yes.
And of course I have the hots for Charlie Hunnam, hands down.
Yeah, but he has a lazy eye in this, so he doesn't look as hot.
So there's going to be 0% attraction.
No, you'll still have some attraction. Ed Gein himself wasn't a bad-looking man. And it's crazy. I'll tell you this right now.
Feels wrong.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you this right now. It's not necessarily scary. It's a good show, and there's gruesome things that happen in there, but there's no jump scares or anything like that. It's not designed to be like that kind of horror like project.
I don't want it to ruin Charlie Hunnam for me. I adore that man. He is so gorgeous.
If you want to continue,
I'm looking at Ed Gein like, do you think that this is an attractive human being?
Back in the time, in the 50s and the 60s, it depends on the picture. There's some shots of him where it's not that bad. I mean, he's a weirdo.
I haven't scrolled.
He was weirdo. He definitely had sex with his dead mom. It's crazy how. Well, it's crazy
I
how.
I didn't realize that was what happened.
Well, I mean, they didn't allude to that in there. I'm just assuming. But no, it's crazy how he inspired so many. He inspired America. He inspired Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Silence of the Lambs, just to name a few.
Right.
So he was multi-layered mental, and so much so that you could be like, hey.
Is he still alive?
No, he died in like 1980 something.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he was around early, and I went down the rabbit hole on him.
Isn't this the guy that that Netflix series where the FBI starts their criminal behavioral unit? This is the guy that they went to like try and figure out like whatever his psychosis was and like how they could identify more. Like this is the team that identified the term serial killers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay,
and you know what's crazy though? He didn't even kill that many people. His body count allegedly it was like 3 or 4, but he would dig up bodies from the grave, right? And so he was a grave digger, and he would take these corpses, and then he would have his way with them, and he'd also take the skin to make suits. So he made the female suit so he could be like transgender, but he was also hetero. I mean, he was all different levels of crazy that didn't make sense. And it really started with like mother issues, obviously, and it went from there. So.
Have you noticed, and maybe this is just me because I do watch and listen to true crime, but on the drive in, I was just listening to something about John Wayne Gacy and then there was another big serial killer that they're doing a documentary on recently. But I feel like these old timey 1950s, 60s serial killers are just getting back into the zeitgeist for some reason. And I can't figure out why
because
people are so glommed onto this.
They don't build them like they used to. You know what I mean? The OGs, they did it right. And it's hard to get away with that. I mean, well, if you want a modern day serial killer, that's fascinating is the Jiggly Beach or not Jiggly, whatever.
Oh, Gilgo Beach.
Yeah, the Gilgo Beach right there.
Rex.
Yeah, the big, he looks like a monster of a man. So once his story comes out, because he was murdering prostitutes for years, getting away with it in a modern age, which seems like an impossible feat. But yeah, he's currently awaiting trial, and the details of his life and legacy and murder spree will come out eventually. And that's going to be the next terrifying one. He definitely was one of those complex cases as well. In Houston, they're afraid that there's a serial killer there. And now authorities are like disputing it, saying, hey, but they keep finding bodies in a certain like lake in the Houston area. I think they found like 16 within the last year. And so and the Houston mayor made a public statement like, hey, if it's a serial killer, you'll hear from me first. And people are like, I don't know, man. This seems like a lot of bodies to be just washing ashore.
This is super recent. Like I just Googled it, and it's a 5-hour-old story about how everybody's saying, oh, all the authorities are saying, oh, it's not a serial killer.
Yeah.
Well, they have to because they don't want to cause panic. But I also think why these serial killer stories are so popular is because Hollywood can't write anything more interesting. So let's just revisit cool old stories because we have no more imagination or original ideas to put out there. So I think that's also why it's so popular.
Yeah.
But back to Houston.
Hold on real quick. Race lever. I don't censor comments, so it's probably YouTube. But if you're trying to get aggressive with your language, then they're probably going to censor it. Yeah. If you have an issue with me for whatever reason, feel free to get off the stream, dude. This is community only. And so, but I mean, I do appreciate you watching as well. And every comment is engagement. So, I mean, I'm torn. Hate and talk shit or go away.
Keep it coming.
Yeah. But if you see, calling me a coward and saying I'm censoring things, that's not the case.
Wait, so we can't even see what his censored comment was? Like it doesn't even make it through?
I would have to, I'm streaming through StreamYard right now, right? So I wouldn't even know what YouTube is censoring. So
interesting. I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
That's the world we live in now. A lot of censorship going on.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, no, I mean, I see.
But if you're saying like nasty, mean things, then makes sense why it might get blocked.
I would love it if they do censor like certain things. I never want to see like the N-word pop up on my stream. I shouldn't even have said that out loud, honestly. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you directly, I guess. So I merely asked the question because I responded to your ridiculousness and it disappeared. Well, again, I'm not censoring. So long story short, I'm not censoring it. And if you use profanity, then YouTube may potentially censor your stream. And okay. And yes, I will chill.
Well,
sorry.
Can I censor the original question?
Okay.
I think Beef would be not feeling a type of way if it just said, do you censor comments or does YouTube? You don't need to put in the coward part, you know? That was a little aggressive. I see where you're.
Yeah, no, but Todd, you say fuck. Yeah, well, you know what? America, right? Speaking of comments on YouTube, I will say, you know that band that I reacted to the other day, Father of Peace. They commented on my reaction video that I posted, which is super cool. And so, like I said, they're my favorite band ever this week, and they actually called me a band, but I'm like, we're actually a radio show podcast, and if you ever want to talk, get at your boy. So, Father of Peace has been fantastic. All right. Well, with that said, about minute 30-ish as we get in there, there was, let me show you this. I do have something that is feel good. There's a fist bump world record. How many fist bumps do you think two guys can get in 30 seconds?
Oh, in 30 seconds?
Yeah, for the world record.
To each other.
60.
Yes. 60 in 30 seconds? Nope. It's far lower than that.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, dude. It's insane.
Well, it's because 30, 1 per minute or second, right?
Yeah.
In 60 seconds?
In 60 seconds.
I'll
tell you right now. I'm going to tell you.
Can I beat the world record by myself right here, right now? Like.
I mean, yeah, if you're lonely enough, but no, it is an insane amount of numbers for fist bumps. So apparently these guys were able to do 424 fist bumps in 30 seconds. Here's the video. If you don't believe me, and look how like mind numbing it is. Ready? Go.
3, 2, 1, go.
I know.
Oh no.
I gotta play this on the radio now.
Left hand up a little bit more. Face it up. Twist it up so it's aimed higher.
Oh, so it's both hands too.
Yeah, that's hard.
So it's flat. There you go.
I love that they're coaching each other through this.
Yeah.
Dude,
In like sexy voices.
Yeah.
Yes, sexy voices.
Come on.
I got it.
Okay, now we're getting on the air here without saying anything. Rocco 2.1 KF, man. Welcome back to Beefy Presents. We are a family show here. I want to play you some audio real quick. Let's come on to this.
There we go. That one felt the best.
Let's try it again here. This from the beginning.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah, that's impressive. Double timing.
Yeah, well, you never seen anyone go so fast?
Face it up. Twist it up so it's aimed higher. No, up. Left hand. Aim it up so it's flat. There you go.
Wow, okay.
We're keeping up.
Yeah, Kim and Kendall are doing it too. Weird. It inspired you.
I think that sounds kind of satisfying.
I got it.
ASMR. All right, so
There we go.
what you were listening to on the radio is you're thinking like, what the hell? I don't think you're allowed to play that on the radio. This is two guys breaking the world fist bump record. That you just heard 432 fist bumps. It was double fist bumps. Two guys that just really went at it. And they were able to get the Guinness World Records for 432 of those fist bumps in the weirdest homoerotic footage I've ever seen on YouTube, really. But yeah, they got the world record. They're done, and they are the champs. And you guys just attempted to do the same thing, huh?
Yeah.
We did. I think we broke their record.
The hard part was you have a ring on.
Oh,
Yeah, take your ring off, dude.
the hard part was I have my brass knuckles on.
Yeah. If I put 30 seconds on the clock, you think you guys can beat it?
Maybe.
They obviously have practice. They obviously spending lots of time together.
We
feel
had
like
chemistry, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys kind of practiced it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want us to try?
Yeah, I absolutely do want you to try. Hold on, let me set up a timer here.
Also, who was counting it? Who was like?
I
with,
think
like,
they
the
count
little...
like afterwards. They probably like rewatch their video.
Yes, and you have to do slow-mo, right? So, I mean, luckily for you guys, I have like super fast sight. So I'll be able to, on this stream, be able to see you guys. So I'll put 30 seconds on the clock. All right, now, Kendall, get in Kim's frame,
Okay.
right? Because she's standing up and it's all set. And get that microphone right in between you guys so I can hear it as well, because I want to hear that audio.
I'm doing the.
Take your ring off.
Yeah, take your ring off. Don't try to break anyone. All right, so 30 seconds on the clock will begin when you start hearing the sound. Are you ready?
Cross
How
our
did
arms.
they do it?
Okay, so I'll show you like the way that they presented it here. Yeah, they kind of had their arms crossed. The setup
Yeah.
was like that.
I almost feel like if you don't move and I move, or you move and I move, like
Right.
like that's-
Only yes.
Right.
We're strategizing.
Okay.
And then I take a break and then you go.
Okay, here we go. And then the streamers, you can count along as well.
Yes.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock.
Much better than eating sardines.
Yeah, absolutely. Ready, go. You gotta get louder than that. I mean, you guys are too close. You're just basically mashing your fists together.
No, it's a fist bump. It's a bump.
Right.
Oh, there it is. There's the sound.
There you go. Yeah. There. Now you're just double pumping in there. I don't think this is gonna break any records here because again, you're using your two fists as one, Kendall. So you have to go kind of think like a piston. You gotta go boom, 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 left, right. There you go.
Ooh, like
Beat it
drummer.
up. Yes, I was like a drummer. You both have to drum into each other. Now, Kim, you have to give it back.
No,
you can't just stay there and take
I'm
it.
working up a sweat.
I know. Actually, I'm starting to
Oh,
sweat
time's
too.
up.
Can we
Yeah,
stop?
yeah. You guys blew that. So it's a lot harder than it seems. You would think anyone could get the world record of fist bumps, but
Yes.
432 is a lot, man. And yeah, these guys obviously were practicing for many years, which is insane.
Yeah. Ooh, that was good.
Like, you want to go out on a Friday night? Nah.
Gotta
hit the gym.
Yeah, I gotta get ready.
What exercise are you doing at the gym
Yeah.
for this?
Yeah. Now, of course, we are in the middle of spooky season, and everyone likes to decorate their house and for Halloween for trick-or-treaters. But there is a viral display in South Carolina that continues to cause problems for local firefighters. This has happened in the last couple of years because the way that they decorated their house, they took it to a whole nother extreme. I'll show it to you on a stream here. Look at this house right here.
My God.
Yes.
Yes, what you're seeing and what they're seeing on the stream is it looks like the house is completely engulfed in flames with smoke coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be dialing 911 if I saw this house.
And that's what's been happening, right? But this is 100% decorations, along with the fog and everything. They make it look like their house is on fire for Halloween, each and every Halloween. But
I would say it's like having.
Don't worry about that. That is 100% just decorations. This is like the third year in a row they do this, and now authorities in the area are threatening to fine them to oblivion if they don't stop, because they're tired of getting these 911 calls. A fire department showing up, and then this is almost like the boy who cries wolf situation, right? Because say the firefighters in 911 is just like not responding to these calls anymore, be like, oh no, that's just the house on Wilkshire. Yeah, it's just decorations, don't worry about it. Say that house actually does catch on fire,
right?
Yeah,
right,
100%.
Yes.
Why would you not make that light a different color if it's
it'd look cool, like blue or something,
Yeah,
they want to make it believable. I mean, remember like last year the viral decoration was the Stranger Things mock-up where the girl was floating in the sky, and that was just a decoration. So I mean, we're at a point where the Halloween decorations are an art and it's magic at the same time, so that's a little bit of both. It's the illusion of the house on fire, and that's spooky and terrifying. And then you're definitely not going to knock on that door for a Snickers. So, I mean, if they're trying to save money as far as, giving out candy, they nailed it, right? So
I do have a Halloween decoration hack.
Okay, what's your Halloween decoration hack?
It's that you can decorate with the theme of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
And then that way you can keep your decorations up the whole year, because they're good for Christmas and Halloween.
Okay. All right.
I think that's pretty smart.
Solid.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. How about we do this? I do have a pair of tickets for this Sunday's game for your Tucson Roadrunners. Kim's going to be, announcing that game. She is the PA announcer. So her beautiful voice will be there. I'll be there. It's a 4 p.m. puck drop. And if you want to go for free, give me a call right now, 600-KFMA, 600-5362. Caller number 10 will score those tickets. So call now. Good luck. All right. We'll see who our winner is here. Caller number 10. 1, 2. Let's see. And then I'll fire off a clip from earlier this morning. 3, 4. I got to answer all these. And let's go all love on the stream, Let's ignore the hate.
Yeah.
6,
Peace,
7,
love, positivity.
Or
isn't that what they say?
5, 6,
I love
7,
that.
Yeah.
8, 9, and here's number 10. Let's find out who it is. Rock 1, 2 by 1. Who's this?
This is Mason.
Nathan, you're calling number 10. You want those tickets?
Yes, I do.
All right, you got them, brother. All right, so stay in the line. I'm going to get all your info. For the rest of you, earlier this morning, you heard the beginning of this clip in the background, but in case you missed it, went a little something like this. Very special guest. He is an expert when it comes to all things sports. Co-host of Spears and Ali on ESPN Radio. You're on ESPN Radio, bro.
Yeah,
Own up to it.
Thank
dude.
you, man.
You're an encyclopedia of sports knowledge, especially all things Arizona sports. But we're going to be talking NFL with Justin Spears. Hello, Justin.
Morning, guys.
Again. With that said, all right, I need 3 games this weekend of NFL teams where one team is going to get smoked. That means a full-blown blowout. They don't have a chance in hell to rack up the dub. So 3 picks from Justin Spears. Who's getting smoked this weekend?
Well, let's start off with the Tennessee Titans hosting the New England Patriots. This is the Mike Vrabel Bowl.
Okay.
So Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the Patriots, once upon a time was the head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Oh.
So this is a revenge game for him.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're paying attention to the AFC East, brother, but we talked about the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
They're not top dog right now. The New England Patriots are leading that division right now.
That's crazy.
They call him Drake May or Drake Maybe. This guy looks like Drake May, a legitimate quarterback. This guy is a really good talent. They got a really good defense. Christian Gonzalez is one of my favorite defensive backs in the NFL right now. So I think Patriots with a 4-2 record going up against the team that just fired their coach, I think they're going to steamroll Tennessee.
Yeah, so that's an easy one. So Tennessee is going to get smoked. All right, what's another game where one team's going to get smoked?
Let's go with Kansas City against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
The Chiefs, after kind of a bad start, I thought, I was like, man, time's up.
Yeah.
Their window's closed.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they figure out ways to bounce back. They look really good over the last few weeks. And then Rashee Rice is coming back from his suspension as well. So Patrick Mahomes is getting one of his top weapons back, and they're at home. very seldom do they lose at home, especially to the team like the Raiders. So,
and I hear that the referees have been training well as well. So they're going to be lining up with the Chiefs, which probably helped in that last game. But what's the record for the Kansas City Chiefs right now?
The Chiefs are 3-3 right now.
All right, yeah. So this will get them above 500.
Yes.
So they desperately need that to save their season and continue marching towards the playoffs against the Raiders. That's a no-brainer. The Raiders are going to get smoked. All right. Oh, what's the final game where a team is going to get smoked this week?
Well, let's do tonight's game, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah,
we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cincinnati Bengals. If you look at the AFC North over the last 3 weeks, they are combined 2-9.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 wins are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So
this division is awful.
Right.
And Joe Flacco is quarterbacking the Bengals right now, and it's just not looking good for Cincinnati. And I gotta admit, man, Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers, look out for these guys, man. So give
look
me
out
Pittsburgh.
to him until the weather gets cold and his joints start freezing up and the old manness kicks in. You know, I can't be team Rodgers on this, even though I do like the Steelers generally. But
they are calling this the Unk Bowl, by the way.
Yes,
because both quarterbacks combined their age is 81 years old.
I know. Yeah. Well, and I just saw the clip of Flacco being asked like why he's still playing at this age. He's like, because I can, and I love it. And once I stop playing, I won't be able to play anymore. Why can't I? You know what I mean? Let me do me. And absolutely, yeah, keep riding that wave. So in this game, who's getting smoked?
The Bengals.
Bengals are getting smoked.
I don't know anything about football, and I think I knew that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just got smoked in this segment. So Justin Spears, ESPN Radio 1490. Thank you, Justin.
Appreciate you guys.
And boop. Oh, wait. I'm like, boop. And I'm playing it back. Excellent. See, and oh, yes. Offspring of Rock 102.1, KFMA, it's Beefy Presents. And in a little bit, we'll talk about Kim Kardashian's Merkin because that's a thing.
Yes.
Don't know why that is a thing, but it is a thing. But before we get into all that, I do want to do a round of survey says, because usually I save this for the end of the week, but I've come across so many different surveys that I could do it today and do it tomorrow. So let's, again, these are all studies. And polls asked to Americans. This is where we generalize and get like or put our finger on the pulse of society, right?
All right.
Well, how are we feeling as Americans? Like 62% of workers said they would take a blue collar job if it offered better pay and more stability than their current role. Think the movie Office Space, right? Mm-hmm. How many people are like miserable in their white collar jobs and where they're like in a cubicle and just doing computer work and, you know, looking out the window, dreaming of being outside and work with their hands and everything. They're like, yes, sign me up. If you can pay me well. And honestly, for labor, there are a lot of blue collar jobs and trades like that pay very well. You know, I have a lot of friends that make a very good living working very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 62% of workers out there, they totally would do that. So, a new poll by CVS claims people who've already bought Halloween candy will eat their way through their stash, not once, but twice before they make it to the 31st. Have you bought Halloween candy yet?
I have resisted, but I got with the Halloween Oreos.
Uh-huh.
So I was not familiar with these until my boyfriend sent something, and I got them for him.
Yes.
And he had, maybe a couple.
And you've had the whole thing.
I owe him another package, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you can't have it around.
And that's why, you just don't buy it from the get-go.
I know. And I'm so glad that nobody trick-or-treats in my neighborhood, because All right, we're back here live on the air. It's Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Real quick, I just want to play the beginning of this. What's your beef called? Now, you keep in mind, whenever you have a beef and you want to share with us on the air, you can always give us a call, 600 KFMA, 600-5362, and anytime during the show.
That's right.
We had a call from Jeff earlier this morning who had a beef, but the way it started off was kind of mean towards Jeff. Listen to this. Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Yeah, I got a beef.
Oh, yeah? All right. Well, what's your name?
My name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff. All right, Jeff, what's your beef? Sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm like, my name is Jeff.
We had to stop looking at each other because you're just cracking up way more than we should have been.
I know. It happens, but what are you going to do? All right, I actually have this list I want to share with you because I feel you guys are two experts in this scenario, okay? This is things every guy can do to become instantly attractive. All right. So, I mean, you just let me know if you believe this is a yay or nay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, what do you find? What do you look for in attractiveness first before we get into this list, Kendall?
A protector.
Okay.
True alpha, if you will.
A true alpha. It's tough to find a true alpha because every guy out there believes they are alpha.
Exactly. Like what defines alpha, everyone has a different opinion on.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. What about you, Kim? I mean, you're a little more emotionally mature. So what would you?
No, I'm the most shallow person you could ever expect to me. I am so
She's like, big D?
Shallow.
Yeah. I was thinking that huge D, number one thing on the board. What do you look for in attraction?
Yeah, physical attractiveness. Like that's my number one thing. But also like a guy who matches my vibe. Like if he's like super confident in himself. Like
confidence. So that's a good one.
Yeah,
if you're super attractive, it's easy to be confident, right? Because you're just like.
You'd be surprised.
Oh yeah,
you would be surprised.
You found some very attractive, insecure little beta boys.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad they're out there too for the rest of us. All right, let's share. Here are a few things that anyone can work on with themselves to boost their dateability, earning potential, and increase the number of high caliber people in their lives. And that's what it comes down to, the high caliber people in your lives. They say lose the ego, don't take yourself too seriously, and keep your sense of humor.
Yes.
For sure.
Check. All right. Kindness, friendliness, and the courtesy win always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So you'd be nice, but there's a lot of like unattractive nice guys out there that you are not banging.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. Say please and thank you. That's attractive.
That's like bare minimum. This isn't like like how to be a human.
It's a long list. I'm firing through it.
Okay.
Keep your moral compass pointing forward. Don't compromise your integrity.
Be a good human.
All right. Choose what's right over what's easy. Okay, yeah, these are all good humans. Give out compliments, even, but only when they're sincere. Mm-hmm. Don't be hateful or racist. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking through this list. It's all about being a good human. Okay.
Yeah.
Optimism makes everyone more attractive. I'm pretty optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Keep the cursing under control and learn to speak without those crutches.
No.
Verbal crutches, though, I say verbal crutches are not attractive. And I know because I've had many over my years, lots of verbal crutches. I'll say end stuff and, things like that.
Okay.
Be willing to take risks and fail. That's how you learn. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sorry I even wasted our time with this list. None of it has to do with anything physical. And the reality is the better human being you are, the more attractive you are.
Here's what I'd say.
Okay.
Herman. Honesty.
Yeah.
And going back to how I first said a protector, I think that's a great trait in men. I think men have this thing where they think that like women can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
And you don't want to break our hearts. So then you become dishonest.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Stay honest.
All right.
Even if it's going to hurt the person.
Okay.
All right.
Because
I'll stop yelling now.
I know. Because the ghosting thing does happen. It happens a lot. And honestly, I think that was the majority of my issue with the are we dating the same guy thing.
That's forgivable.
You would hope so, but apparently some people do not forgive nor forget. And then some people just make stuff up. But, and look, I've been ghosted too. Everyone's been ghosted in this situations. So there was another thing though that is important, and that is pay attention and work on your appearance and don't skip on the hygiene.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that. And so saying an ugly guy does all these things to be the best person possible and is very hygienic and always has a nice fit. Bangable?
It depends on your connection.
Oh, that means how much money you're making.
No.
Connection to what? Okay.
No.
Connection to the bank account. Nah.
I mean, I don't know. For me, if the physical attraction is not there, it's not going to be there. But I've known people who prioritize the emotional connection and then become physically attracted to somebody after they establish that. Not me.
No.
Maybe Kim.
I think women are this has happened twice in my lifetime where there was a guy that I was not physically attracted to and then I got to know him and he became more attractive. And I would literally tell my friends, be like, oh my God, come check this guy out. He's so amazing. I love him. He's so hot. Yeah. And they would be like, please stop.
Yeah. You're talking about me, right? It sounds like you're talking about me. This is totally me, right? This sounds totally,
nailed it.
Oh, it didn't sound like it there, but okay. All right, well, there you go. There's some tips and tricks, and hopefully, just continue to be a better person and stuff, and eventually the smart ones will figure out you're hot.
Keep it real.
All right, so we got a beef tip coming up after these words. Keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast where I have some more viral videos I want to share with you. YouTube.com/beefvegan or keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1. She's like, oh my God. I feel like maybe at one point, you're like, hey,
you're my girlfriend. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, well, it's a lady friend.
Oh, babe, I'm so into you. You're the best.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, just because maybe that I'm technically off the market doesn't mean you can't tell me how hot I am.
You became so hot when you got off the market.
Yeah, damn right. You always want what you can't have. But the truth is, you could never have this. All right, Rock 102.1, who's this? You could have. Oh, they hung up. All right, fair enough. I'm not going to pretend like, you couldn't have got it. You could have got it as a friend. You know what I mean? I wouldn't waste your time. I don't think it's relationship compatible.
You're just doing me a favor, quite honestly.
No. It's just like, who am I to turn that down? You know what I mean? I'll be fair.
That's all men, You got pretty low standards in terms of what, a hole's a hole, right? No? I don't know.
Fucking no, absolutely not, dude. Absolutely not.
Because Jessica, right? We're going back to Jessica.
Yeah. That was her name. The one that keeps saying I was a terrible kisser. And again, it was just like, I couldn't line up the mouth. I don't know why she's going like that. She's alien. She's like, what the fuck are we doing here? I was like, pick a lip, And I was like, I'll start there. And but then it is laughable. They turn around and be like, you're a terrible kisser. And I'm like, well, I mean, you're going to say it. Get ahead of it, I guess. Get ahead of the conversation. And then that way, if you're the first one throwing out these accusations, then you're going to believe that, okay, I'm the one. But I could have easily said it. I just wouldn't. Because I also know when it comes to, it's subjective, right?
Right. Everyone's kissing style. Different.
Right. And so, but I mean, I've been complimented just as many times as I've been insulted anonymously online.
I feel like I'm probably not a very good kisser.
No, yeah. She got no lips.
I got no lips.
Right.
See, that's number one problem. Should I get lip injections because of it?
I mean,
you should get a lip flip and see if you like.
Wait, what's
that.
A lip flip?
A little flip is like a little mini injection just to kind of test the waters. You're putting your toe in there and checking it out. I have a place. All
right, we have somebody on the phone here. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Hey, this is Autumn.
Hey, Autumn, what's going on?
I just want to follow up on the attractiveness conversation.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. So there's only one thing that I wanted to mention, which is if you had said, there's tons of nice guys out there that you're not dating, I need to represent. Nice is not a personality trait. It is a behavior. And oftentimes when nice guys are like, oh, you just want a jerk, that's not true. We just don't want a weenie.
Right.
And people think that being nice doesn't mean that you're not a weenie. And oftentimes those two things, kind of don't coincide. Like, be nice. We love when people be nice. Just don't be a weenie.
Right.
That's all I got.
Yeah, no, don't be a wuss and a pushover and stuff. And oh my God, Kendall's clapping.
Yes.
Now you're making it weird, but yes. No, I 100% agree with you. And honestly, I think a lot of these guys need to learn this at an early age too. The fine line. And honestly, they don't even say weenie now. The term is simp, right? So you don't want to be a simp. Yeah. So, I couldn't agree with you more, Autumn. I appreciate the call.
You bet. Thank you.
Of course. I'm going to play that back here in 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's just about being better all the time,
Totally.
And my thing would be like, don't look at the bar. Like, try to be above the bar. Like the list of things that you were reading, Beef. Like, that's the bar. Like that's just minimum good human stuff. Like, be
we have somebody on the phone.
A little bit extra,
Yeah. Well, I do
live like that. Don't
get jaded after rejection.
No, I know it took years for that, but I was saying this. I was having this conversation just like literally yesterday. I've been constantly working myself, right? I've been hurt. I've definitely hurt too, right? But I am proud of constantly trying to like emotionally grow and mature as a human being first and foremost. Rock 102.1 KFMA, and then a person, a partner, all these things. Like I learn from every mistake or mishap or failure that I've had. And that's what everyone should do, right?
Right.
And so I'm at a point and place in my life being like 45-year-old man where I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm there. Now, unfortunately, I've been like dating around, right? And there be women who would check some boxes, but not all the boxes. And I'm totally like compliant or complacent with being by myself if I don't find someone that checks all the boxes. Then when I do, then I'm like, okay, yeah, now I'll invest more of my time and energy and stuff like that. So, Yeah, like currently I'm in a situation like that and everything seems really good. And that's all I'm really going to say about that, because even that's going to be hurtful to some.
You don't want to jinx it.
Well, I definitely don't want to jinx it too. Don't want to be out there from the rooftops. Let's go to the phones real quick. All right, we have somebody on the phone here. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Hey, this is Autumn.
Hey, Autumn, what's going on?
I just want to follow up on the attractiveness conversation.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. So there's only one thing that I wanted to mention, which is if you had said, there's tons of nice guys out there that you're not dating, I need to represent. Nice is not a personality trait, it is a behavior. And oftentimes when nice guys are like, oh, you just want a jerk, that's not true. You just don't want a weenie.
Right.
And people think that being nice doesn't mean that you're not a weenie. And oftentimes those two things don't coincide. Like, be nice. I love when people be nice. Just don't be a weenie.
Right.
That's all I can.
Yeah, no, dude, don't be a wuss and a pushover and stuff. And oh my God, Kendall's clapping.
Yes.
Now you're making it weird, but yes, no, I 100% agree with you. And honestly, I think a lot of these guys need to learn this at an early age too.
Mm-hmm.
The fine line, and honestly, they don't even say weenie now. The term is simp, right? So you don't want to be a simp. Yeah. So, I couldn't agree with you more, Autumn. I appreciate the call.
You bet. Thank you.
Of course. All right, so we end up getting into a relationship talk. We've covered a lot of bases today, as per usual. In fact, my former show was called TMI, and for a good reason, right? So, in the spirit of that, before we wrap things up, don't forget, this weekend, Tucson Roadrunners, your Tucson Roadrunners tonight. There's going to be a gala. Kim and I are going to be there. This is your excellent opportunity for you to go out and participate and meet up with all the players that are going to be playing this season, get their autograph, picture, and everything else, and food. Tickets available, TucsonRoadrunners.com. That same place. You can get tickets for the season opener that's happening on Saturday. Puck drop is at 7. Red carpet event is at 4. And Kim and I will be at that as well. It's going to be great. And we're looking to sell out. We're very close to it for the first game of our 10th annual season for your Tucson Roadrunners. Fantastic. And then Sunday's a game as well. We'll continue to give out tickets for Sunday's game tomorrow morning. Before we wrap up the show today, I'd like to give you a beef tip. And, again, since we've been speaking on relationships, this one's a fitting beef tip. It's 4 ways to improve your relationship in 60 seconds.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's quick.
You know what? Everything in life could be fixed in a minute if you do it right. You know what I'm saying? So a psychologist shared this tip. And so I'll take their expertise and their word for it. First off, a 1-minute hug after a long day of work, right? Even a 20-second hug can lower cortisol and boost the bonding hormone oxytocin, right? One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was hug your children, right? Like your daughter. Hug them even when they don't want to be hugged. It means so much. It connects that bond. It releases those chemicals. And the same thing in relationships, any kind of relationships.
Yeah.
So consider that. Also, number 2, a moment of gratitude. Before bed, each of you shares one thing you appreciated that day. It could be big or small. You could just have to be consistent and do it every night, right? A quick morning check-in. So take a minute in the morning saying, what's one thing you're carrying today and how can I support you? That sounds kind of lame. I'm going to be honest with you. But, according to psychologists, you would. And then number 4 is 4 ways to improve your relationship in 60 seconds. A silent ritual. Right. So basically do it without making any noise, try to breathe deep and just don't grunt, don't moan. No. Or you could try deep breathing, even just hold hands, do it for 60 seconds and you'll feel more connected. I mean, hell, Kendall and Kim, they fist bumped for 60 seconds. Now they're scissor sisters and it's simple. That's just one of the ways that relationships are formed. And those are 4 ways to improve your relationship in 60 seconds. Yeah. So any questions? Yeah, see?
No.
I knew you would. I did like it when you guys were fist bumping. Sounded so weird, but you guys can watch that.
Yeah, we got into the groove. It was good.
All right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for the show today, but thank you guys always for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast broadcast at youtube.com/beefvegan. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief.
You guys want to bump it out before we leave?
If you've been mean or kind of bad,
bump.
I will knock out all your teeth.
Bump Broski.